We got this sum, and we're wondering, how should we do it? We're used to, when we read letters of the alphabet, anything, a text, we go from the left-hand side of our page and we carry on reading until we come to the right-hand side and then we start again. We don't do that in maths, okay? There's a rule of what of these do we do first? Which of these calculation methods do we do first? And the way we can remember what we do first is by remembering this little keyword, Bidmas. So it's just one of those buzzwords that we talk about in English, and it helps you remember what order do you do everything in. B stands for brackets, I stands for indices, D for division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Now these four, you know what they all are. Brackets, you know what they are as well. What do we call them in Swedish? Parentheses. Almost the same as the Americans call them parentheses, I think. Okay. In English we call them brackets. Indices, who knows what indices is? Indices is when you're doing this a squared, a times a, or square root of a. So whenever you've got these terms, you have to do them before you're allowed to do division and multiplication. So you have to follow this order. It's like a pyramid, okay? Where brackets is at the top and you have to do this first, and addition and subtraction are at the bottom. They're the lowest down in the hierarchy, okay? You finish off with them. So if we were going to do this mathematically, we have to have a look and say, okay, have I got any brackets? Nah. Have I got any indices? No. Have I got a division and multiplication? Yeah, I have. So I have to do those first. So I keep the 15 the same, I don't do anything with it. And I've got a multiplication here. What's 0.3 times 5? Come on, now.
1.5.
1.5. So I can do that bit first. Okay? What's 1 divided by 2?
0.5.
A half. So have I got any more multiplication or division there? No, I've finished. So now I've only got addition and subtraction, and I can do those. So let's do the subtraction first because it's easiest. 1.5 minus a half is 1. 15 plus 1, 16. Why do you have to do it in that order? Well, there's lots of different orders we could do it in. So if we don't have a system and make sure that everybody does it in the same way, we could get totally different numbers here. So that's the system, Bidmas. Do brackets first, then indices or powers of, followed by division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Let's put one where we do have a little bit of powers and things in there. Let's change this expression. Okay, how would this be different now then? We'd start with 15 plus 0.3, which would give us 15.3, because brackets come first. Then we don't do anything here yet, because we've got to go over here and do something about our powers of. Minus 1, 1 divided by 2 squared. Here's our indices, the next thing we have to do. 1 divided by 2 squared is 4, 2 times 2. So now we've got rid of our brackets and we've got rid of our indices. So now we can go and look whether there is multiplication and division. 15.3 times 5 would be 5 3s 15, 5 5s 25 plus 1, 26, 5 1s 5 plus 2, 7, decimal point, 1 place back. 76.5 minus 1 divided by 4 is a quarter. We could write it as 0.25 considering everything else is in decimals. Okay? Giving us a final answer, 76.25. So which order you do things gives totally different answers. So it's really important that you don't start doing, it's very tempting to start working from the left and working along. You've got to go and you've got to scan your whole sum, look for brackets, look for indices, do those first, then do your multiplication and your division, and you finish off the very last thing with doing your addition and subtraction. Okay. Good.